on the subject of finding your style, your home. With Dean Sharp, the House Whisperer, let's hear the news. I'm Brian Ruben, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. Russia says it has removed the last Ukrainian soldiers from a steel plant in Mariupol that's been under siege for 3 months. Pallets of baby formula flown in from Europe to help with the national shortage will arrive in the U.S. this weekend, and the head of the U.S. Forest Service is suspending all planned burns while the agency performs a 90-day review of its practices. We're going to have a look at some trouble in the OC next. Hey y'all, it's Dean Sharp. Blackouts. Remember when a power outage was something that actually made it on the news? Yeah, now it's just another day in Southern California. But the fact is, every year, outages threaten the health and safety of homeowners and are a major loss of revenue for businesses. That's why I've turned you on to Duffy Power. Duffy can't keep your corner of the grid from shutting down, but they can keep your home and your business from shutting down. They can install a backup generator for your home for as little as $72 a month. Now, Duffy knows backup power is a new thing for a lot of homeowners, so they have put a lot of info on their website to help you better understand what it means for you. And not just homes. Duffy built their reputation keeping businesses running through every kind of emergency and outage. Duffy is there 24/7, 365. So whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, reach out to Duffy Power today. You'll find them on the web at DuffyPower.com. DuffyPower.com. That's DUTHIE Power.com.
Summer's almost here, so you Lowe's. Right now, get their exclusive Harbor Breeze Hathaway 52-inch ceiling fan special value. Was $134.98, now $99.98. Lowe's, home to any possibility. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Valid 5/19 of 5/25.
SoCal weather brought to you by Driveway.com. Patchy drizzle this morning, then sunny by this afternoon. This report brought to you by Lowe's. Taking a look at KFI traffic, we've got some road work in Laguna Hills.
This is on the 5 southbound from El Toro Road to Alicia Parkway. There's a work zone taking away the 2 right lanes until 8 a.m., so a couple minutes away from being lifted. But right now, that is stopping traffic back to Lake Forest Drive, then to Sherman Oaks. On the 405 northbound at the 101, there's a crash taking up the right lane of the connector to the 101 north, so watch for slowing over there. Then in Pacoima, on the 118 eastbound at the 210, there's a work zone taking up the transition to the 210 west that is closed until 8. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Vince Cull.
This report is sponsored by the School of Continuing Studies at the University of Redlands. The School of Continuing Studies at the University of Redlands believes that enriching, career-focused educational opportunities should be available to all. Our classes are 100% online and flexible. Get started today and contact us at 909-748-8868.
If your business has 5 or more employees and survived COVID, you're eligible to receive a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. The challenge is getting your hands on it. Hi, I'm Howard Mackler, and that's exactly why I founded GetRefunds.com to cut through the red tape and get you the money. We are specialists in this little-known payroll tax refund program. GetRefunds.com does all the work, charges not a dime up front, and simply shares a percentage of the cash that we get for you. Businesses of all types can qualify, including those who took PPP, nonprofits, and even those that had increases in sales. Don't lose out on up to $26,000 per employee. This payroll tax refund is only available for a limited period of time. The team at GetRefunds.com has returned over $1 billion to businesses, and we can help you too. Just go to GetRefunds.com, click on Qualify Me, and answer a few questions. That's GetRefunds.com. No risk, high reward. GetRefunds.com.
Hey, it's Dean Sharp, the House Whisperer. So, you're ready to build your dream kitchen. Okay, what's your first move? I'm going to say it should be a totally free in-showroom consultation with my friends at the Kitchen Store. That means you get 2 things right out of the gate: the creativity and the wisdom of an expert kitchen designer, while you're being flooded with inspiration in the Kitchen Store's 7,000 square foot cabinet design showroom. The Kitchen Store is right off the 405 in Culver City, and for more than 50 years, it has been the best place for kitchen cabinets in all of Southern California. State-of-the-art computer design, 12 months, same as cash financing, and pricing that beats the big box home centers. So start your new kitchen right. Set up your free consultation today by dialing 310-KITCHEN. That's 310-KITCHEN, and check out the Kitchen Store on the web at 310kitchen.com.
We've got your new AC, and we're ready to install it. Kenny anticipated those supply chain problems and built a bunch of new Gettle systems before the prices jumped up.
Buy a new Gettle today, and we'll install it tomorrow.
Gettle, G-O-E-T-T-L.
Hey, it's Dean Sharp. Do you need a new appliance? Well, you have a problem. Serious COVID supply chain delays and price increases. Some brands have gone up over 20%, and you could be waiting 8 months or more for delivery. That's the problem. Here is the solution. WDC Kitchen and Bath Center. WDC saw this all coming. They secured $25 million of inventory before the recent price jumps and before the supply line shut down. So right now, with high prices and long delays everywhere else, WDC has exactly what you need. Plus, free delivery for purchases over $5.99. And here's what we want to hear. Next day delivery to LA, Ventura, and Santa Barbara counties. And you can check inventory in real time right on the WDC website. In times like these, you need more than just an appliance store. You need the experts that I have trusted for years. WDC. To find the WDC nearest you, go to WDCappliances.com, WDCappliances.com.
Every 3 seconds, there's a new victim of identity theft. A criminal could be spending your money, applying for loans in your name, even selling your personal information on the dark web. Everyday activities like online shopping, banking, even data breaches may expose your information, making it dangerously easy to have your identity stolen. Unfortunately, watching your accounts or monitoring your credit, that may not be enough. But protecting your identity, that can be easy with LifeLock, a leader in identity theft protection. LifeLock monitors threats to your identity, and if an issue is detected, it sends you an alert. And if you're a victim of identity theft, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist works to fix it. No one can prevent all ID theft or monitor every transaction at every business, but LifeLock by Norton makes it easy. Call 800-LifeLock, promo code HANDLE, or visit LifeLock.com, promo code HANDLE for 25% off. LifeLock.com, promo code HANDLE, 800-LifeLock.
KFI AM 640. The news. What it means. Why it matters.
Is it Alan or Anna's? I think it's Alan's. Yeah, it could be. Those are just more rare. Oh, Tina and I are just having a hummingbird debate. Hey, KFI, AM 640, Dean Sharp, the House Whisperer, welcome home. Thanks for joining our hummingbird conversation. Actually, not what we're talking about today at all. I'm talking about finding your style. Finding your style. It is a tricky subject. That's why I'm taking 2 days. 2 days to do it. Today we've laid the groundwork by introducing the troubles, the problems, the tendencies of the two camps when it comes to style, the two main camps, those who are over worried about style, those who have a tendency to ignore it and shouldn't. And so starting tomorrow, you're not going to want to miss tomorrow's show because we're going to creep into, okay, so what are the steps that we're actually going to take to discover your style? The weight of this, of course, the frustrating point for me is the weight of this is primarily upon you. I can't give you your style. I can't tell you what your style is. I can help you find it. I can hint at it. I can amplify it, but I can't make that decision for you. This is the hard work that you're going to have to accomplish for yourself. But I can tell you all the reasons why it's right and good and noble to do it. So we talked about the psychology of color. Now, I'm in the thumbscrew section of the show where I'm taking those of you who have a tendency to kind of poo-poo style as vain or superfluous, and just indicating that, no, in fact, the things around us, whether you like it or not, have a profound effect upon us. So we talked a little about the psychology of color, color being something that affects our mood, our thinking, so on. I gave you a few examples, red, yellow. There are others there as well. Maybe we'll post this list because people seem to really get into that, like the psycho. Here, I'll give you one more. Black. How about black? Which technically also is not a color, but black, it's power, but its power doesn't come from the same place that red comes from. Red comes from this energetic kind of power, right? You know what black is the power of mystery and the unknown. Why? Scientifically, because black is not a color, it is the absence of color. Black reflects nothing back. Black gives you nothing. It takes and it gives you nothing in return. So when somebody is draped in black, there's a certain mystery there, right? The mystery is intriguing. That gives them power because apparently they know something you don't know. There's a depth to it. And black also is a sharp show of contrast. So there you go. Just another example, and there are endless examples of the psychology of color. Let's talk really quickly about shape. Shape is the same thing. Shapes have a definitive effect on mood and emotion. Squares and rectangles, they're all about discipline, strength, courage. Tina, who graduated from the Harvard Law of Art School's Art Center out in Pasadena with a degree in graphic design and advertising, one of the very first things that they discussed in fonts, right, for print ads, is the shape of a font and the way that it projects what it does. Banks use very boxy, square kind of fonts. Why? Because banks want you to feel secure. Your money is safe. Okay? It is stable. Not many people really attracted to a bank with a real scripty font, because somewhere in the back of your head you're like, I don't know about those guys. They seem a little too whimsical with my money. I don't want that whole whoop-a-hoo. Hey, bring your money over here. Woohoo! Look at the fun we're having. No. I just want a vault. All right? Now, if you're going for an investment brokerage, okay, then likely you're going to see angles, triangles, because triangles are about energy, dynamic thing, because you want your money to grow. You're like, go out there, get that done. All right? Triangles are associated with motion and direction. When a triangle is upright, okay, it's all about balance and focus. If you flip a triangle upside down with the point down, it's about risk. It's like a sword of Damocles waiting to fall. And that is why, FYI, yield signs at the on-ramps of freeways are upside down triangles with red, energy, passion, danger, a red border, the word yield right in the middle, upside down triangle. In other words, something that sparks in the back of your brain. Whoa, something could happen. Something could happen if we're not aware. That's exactly why yield signs are upside down triangles. So circles, ovals, timelessness, because they don't have a beginning or an end, sun, moon, stars, orbits, that kind of thing, natural shapes. All right, one last thing I want to get in today to kind of prove this point. The psychology of identity. You've heard the saying, the clothes make the man, or dress for success, right? Well, it's true. It's true. Here is a lab coat experiment, and here's the next thing you're going to share at the next party that you go to post-COVID, okay? The lab coat experiment. This was published a couple of years ago in the Journal of Experimental Social Psychology. A group of researchers took several groups of people, just normal old folk, okay? A nice broad spectrum of the population. And they did attention to detail tests requiring attention to detail. And so everybody was given the test, and the scores were the scores. Then they took part of that group, gave them another attention to detail test, but before doing so, dressed them in white lab coats. Told them, we want you to wear these white scientific lab coats. That group of people retook their test, not the same test, but took another attention, scored universally higher in attention to detail. Why? Because they were wearing a lab coat, because they identified with the precision of scientific thinking. You're like, okay, are you sure? Okay, that was the question they asked. Are we sure? So here's another thing. They took another group of people, put them in the white lab coats, but this time told that group, these are painter's smocks. They didn't tell them that they were doctors' lab coats. They told them that they were painter's smocks. And that group scored the same as they did before, on as if they were dressed in just their street clothes. So you see, the symbolism of identity. This whole study was called Enclosed Cognition. It simply means this, everybody. The visual world around us, it affects us. Design matters most. And since design starts with a style intention, style lays at the foundation of everything we're trying to do with our homes. Okay, we've laid the groundwork. I hope I've got your attention. I hope I've calmed you if you've panicked with style and excited you if in the past you have dismissed it. That's part one. Part two, tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, we're going to start finding ways, handing you practical ways to discover your style. We'll do it then. Handle on the laws up next. I'm out of here. Whatever your plan is for the day, be intentional. Get out there. Build yourself a beautiful life. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
More stimulating talk. No login required. KFI.
KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere. On the Anchor Radio app.
San Bernardino shooting. I'm Brian Bruman, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. At least 10 people have been shot at a gas station in San Bernardino. The shooting happened around midnight near a mobile gas station and the Highland Square strip mall.
We just hear like gunshots and a lot of kids running. Most of the kids were under 18 years. And, you know, like, there was a lot of kids, like, you know, running, you know, calling their mom.
One of those people shot was killed. The recent mass shooting and wildfires in Orange County have people pushing to enroll in free community response team classes.
The classes teach triage, first aid, fire suppression, disaster psychology, and more. Radio C spokesman Nico Melendez says the 8 3.5-hour sessions also teach how to treat the 3 emergency medicine killers by opening airways, controlling bleeding, and treating for shock.
So if people in a neighborhood need help, it's important to have somebody on each street in each neighborhood that can help their neighbors, because it might be a while before police and fire are able to respond to the